Canvas model, public entrepreneurship and ecosystem building. Mr. Warku has engaged in his PhD study at the Department of Management, Wolaga University, and conducted his dissertation on the effect of marketing strategy and the supply chain management practices on the firm performances, or on the firm performance. The mediating role of competitive advantage on textile manufacturing industry in selected industrial parks in Ethiopia, under the supervision of Dr. Zariun Ayeno Deribsa as a major advisor, and Dr. Tasfai Ebba Mogese as co-advisor. From the dissertation, Mr. Warku has published 3 articles, and 2 more articles are awaiting accepted for publication along with his supervisors. And this much is enough about the presenter today. And now directly we move to the presenter, and now the stage is yours. You can come. Thank you. And you can present for 40 minutes. Where is that? Okay. Is that necessary? Okay.
Okay. Good morning.
Sorry, before commencing the presentation, what we do is the procedure. First, he finishes his presentation, then the external examiners will proceed with commenting and questioning the dissertation, the work, and then the internal examiner will follow, and you audiences will also have chance to question, to comment, to suggest whatsoever you have. That is a procedure, and finally he will work on his defense and answering questions and so on.
Okay, thank you. So let me start my presentation. First of all, I would like to ask you an excuse for the inconveniences due to technical problem. And before starting my presentation, let me thank those concerned bodies throughout my journey. For that, I would like to thank my God for giving me this day. This day is a special day for me in my life. So I would like to thank my God. Next, I would like to thank my university, Wolaga University, to give me this opportunity to sponsor me, and also for helping me throughout my journey again. And next, I would like to thank my major advisor, Dr. Zariun Ayano Deribsa, for his unconditional support, as well as for his timeless assistance throughout my activities. So I would like to thank him from my heart. Next to Dr. Zariun, again, I would like to thank my co-advisor, Dr. Tasfai Ebba, for his support during my activities. And I would like to thank Dr. Chalchisa Amante, my external examiner, for giving me this chance to present. And I would like to thank my professor, Professor Radha Krishna, the founder of this program, again for the existence of this program. I would like to thank you. It is because of you that I have got this chance to be PhD holder in management. And next, I would like to thank my department management, my college, and also I would like to thank all of you for your existence. Thank you. So, saying this, my name is Warku Gadisa, as you know me, and my title is Effect of Marketing Strategy and the Supply Chain Management Practices, and the mediating role of competitive advantage in textile manufacturing industries in industrial parks, Ethiopia. For sake of time, I would like to inform you. My topic has around 12 chapters, but due to time pressure, I will focus on the main points. For that matter, my presentation will have those outline. I will try to touch background of the study, and I will try to touch statements of the problem, objective of the study, conceptual framework, and research methodology, data analysis and interpretation, and finally, I will talk on conclusion and the recommendation of the study. Okay, when it comes to background of the study, as you know, marketing strategy refers to an organization's integrated patterns of decisions that specify the crucial choice of concerning products, marketing activities, and the market resource in the creation, communication, or delivery of products that offer value to customers in exchange with organizations. Again, different firms have used marketing strategy as a means of quality products that satisfy customers' needs, offering affordable prices and engaging in wider distribution and backing it up effective promotion strategies. Again, the analysis of different researchers have found that a better marketing strategy implies better firm performance, especially in manufacturing industries. On the other hand, this author reveals that integrating the marketing strategy with supply chain management practices leads to alignment of the organizational vision, goal, plan,
It is not movable. Marco.
yes.
It is not movable.
When you open slide view, it will not move for the X class. So better
Yeah.
close it and
Okay, doctor.
don't use full screen.
Don't make it full screen.
Okay.
If you use full screen, other skip cannot.
Don't make it.
So now it will be
It's okay now.
Is it visible, doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I continue? Yeah, so on the other hand, according to this author reveals that integrating marketing strategy with supply chain management practices leads to alignments of the organizational vision, goals, and objectives that leads to effective implementations of organizational activity. So, supply chain management practices are the set of activities undertaken in the organization to promote effective management of its supply chain, and it is effective management of its supply chain that achieved by using the important components of supply chain management practices that includes inventory management, supply, material management issues, operations, and information technology, and also customer services. Again, on the other hand, which is related with my topic, is the issue of competitive advantage. So, to say something about competitive advantage, it is an advantage gained over competitors by offering customers greater value, either through lower prices, by providing additional benefits and the service that justify similar and or possibly higher prices. Again, competitive advantage fortifies the firm's resource, competencies, and strategies with performance when strategies are successfully implemented and firm performances are enhanced in facilitating competitive advantage. Thus, regarding the world evolution and growth of textile and clothing industry, the research conducted by this man with the target population of China, Pakistan, the USA, Sri Lanka, Lesotho, Cambodia, European Union, Bangladesh revealed that the textile and clothing industry is one of the most diverse and the oldest in the world. As an example, in India, the textile industry as a part of manufacturing sector that has been one of the important sectors to contribute to the country's economy. For the sake of example, 40% of industrial production, 3% to the gross domestic production, 8% to the total excise revenue collection, and as well as 17% to country's export earning. And again, it provides direct employment to over 35 million people, according to this author. Again, from other hand, in Ethiopian context, there is a fully fledged industrial development that was formulated in 2002 or 2003, and strategic companies that following four key principles in Ethiopian context. The first principle was strong linkage between industry and agriculture, export-oriented sectors to lead industrial development, and be given a preferential treatment. Labor-intensive sector also are given priority to exploit a competitive advantage and maximize employment and the public-private partnership. So, with the execution of those four principles, that means the aforementioned four principles, the Ethiopian industrial parks are expected to offer the most promising prospect that is raising Ethiopia's low manufacturing share. To show you simply the empirical data from 5.5 of GDP in 2017 to 18 versus in sub-Saharan Africa, which is all about 10%. And again, low export share in GDP, which is counted 3.4% of GDP in 2017, but on the other hand, in sub-Saharan average, which is all about 24% GDP. So, however, in Ethiopian textile manufacturing industry, the effect of marketing strategy and supply chain management practices in the mediating role of competitive advantage is not mentioned as per the knowledge of the researcher. This motivates the researcher to conduct my research on this topic. When I come to the statements of the problem, the study conducted by Sector Research Ethiopia 2019 reveals that textile and garments are the top products currently manufactured in Ethiopia industrial parks, with 81 or another say 57% out of 141 active firms. However, the performance of Ethiopian textile manufacturing company is satisfactory or not satisfactory, sorry. As a result, as in the case of many sub-Saharan countries, the Ethiopian textile sector have suffered a decline in sale in recent years, largely due to the inability to compete in the face of low cost and high production with Asian countries, which fail to achieve competitive advantage. Simply to draw out some problems toward this textile manufacturing industry, there are lack of capital, shortage of foreign exchange, low production capacity, poor custom and logistics service, absence of coordination effort, shortage and poor quality of raw materials, inefficient institutional service and poor management knowledge have been mentioned as a challenge of industrial parks according to UNAS 2020. So, further the study conducted by Merertu Akuma 2019 revealed that the performance of Ethiopian textile manufacturing industry could not meet the expectation of the country. This is because of the firm's market share in the global market is insignificant and the contribution of the sector to the national GDP of Ethiopia falls below 2% according to Tashome Fikadu. So, additionally, the BUST study found that shortage of raw material, poor linkage of domestic market, poor integration among supply chain partners, high competition of imported textile products, and expansion of used clothes trade throughout the country have remained the top critical problems that significantly affects the performance of Ethiopian textile manufacturing company. So the study tries to fill this gap. Moreover, the study conducted by FISSAHA revealed that industrial parks are suffering a lot from lack of supply or raw materials, semi-finished goods, material to the park, and inefficient trade, finance, banking system, inefficient port operation, and expensive shipping service. Therefore, to the knowledge of the researcher, none of the above mentioned findings or researches did not address the effect of marketing strategy and supply chain management practices in the mediating role of competitive advantage, particularly in textile manufacturing industries. So, this is my general objectives. As you know, my main objective is to examine the effect of marketing strategy and supply chain management practices in the mediating role of competitive advantage in case of textile manufacturing industries in selected industrial parks. Specifically, my study has 7 objectives. The first objective is simply to investigate the level of emphasis given to marketing strategy, supply chain management practices, and competitive advantage. The second objective is all about to investigate the effect of marketing strategy on competitive advantage, and simultaneously the third one is to assess the effect of marketing strategy on firm performance. And fourthly, to examine the effect of supply chain management practices on competitive advantage. And the fifth one is to investigate the effect of supply chain management practices on the firm performance. And the sixth one is to examine the mediating effect of a competitive advantage in the relationship between marketing strategy and the firm performance. And the last objective is to assess the mediating effect of competitive advantage in the relationship between supply chain management practices and firm performance. As you can see, this is my conceptual framework. From this one, here is marketing strategy and supply chain management practices as independent variable, and here is competitive advantage as a mediating variable, and here is firm performance as dependent variable with their dimensions. So, as a hypothesis, those are my major hypotheses, or the major hypotheses within the study. The first one is marketing strategy has a significant effect on a competitive strategy. The second alternative hypothesis is marketing strategy has a significant effect on the firm performance. The second one is also supply chain management practices has a significant effect on the competitive advantage. And also competitive advantage has a significant mediating effect in the relationship between marketing strategy and the firm performance. And lastly, competitive advantage has a significant effect on the relationship between supply chain management practices and firm performance. Then, let me proceed to research methodology. Actually, I have used those research design, exploratory research design, descriptive research design, and explanatory research design has been used within this study. For the first objective, I tried to employ this one because I wanted to know the existing reality towards the practices of supply chain management and the marketing strategy as that industrial practice. And also descriptive research design was employed in order to describe and mention the existing phenomena towards my title. And the third research design was explanatory research design, which is used to examine the causal relationship between those variables which are mentioned in the title. Further, both qualitative and quantitative approach were used sequentially. So this is the diagram that I have used. At the first phase, qualitative data collection, qualitative data analysis, qualitative research finding, and qualitative research finding was done. Because so to say something here, first then on qualitative research. At that stage, I have used those procedures, and next to qualitative research, I proceed to the quantitative one, and the same procedure was followed, like quantitative data collection, quantitative data analysis, and the quantitative research finding. So that is why I'm saying this one is sequential exploratory approach. Coming to the target population, actually there are so many industrial parks in Ethiopia. So for the sake of my research, I tried to select there are private and sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, there are private and government-owned industrial parks. From among those two, I have selected this government-owned industrial park. This is due to the exposure of government as well as the attention of government toward this one. And among those government-owned industrial parks, again, I tried to consider on two industrial parks only, which is so-called Bole Lammi Industrial Parks and Adama Industrial Parks. To share you the target population, there are around 7 in the textile manufacturing companies in Bole Lammi, as you can see, in Bole Lammi Industrial Parks, as you can see from this Evertop, Top New, Ashton, JJ, Shangiten, Vest Garment and Machine. Those are the textile manufacturing companies which are operating in Bole Lammi Industrial Parks. Again, there are 4 operational textile manufacturing companies in Adama Industrial Parks, as you can see from this one, like Kingdom, Sunshine, Antiques, and Jotan. So those are the target. And concerning to sampling techniques, I have used multi-stage sampling techniques. At the first stage, I have used purposive sampling techniques to select the government-owned industrial parks due to several reasons. The first reason to select government-owned industrial parks is that currently government-owned industrial parks are highly operational and there are high focus from government, and it allows me to get even sufficient data from them. After identifying these government-owned industrial parks, on the second stage, I have used convenience sampling techniques to select those two parks. Actually, I have considered the existing situations which is running in Ethiopia, and also I tried to consider the situational or contingency theories toward this one. Based on that one, most industrial parks are around threat zone, like there are at Kombolcha area, Makale, as you know. Due to that, I couldn't access any information. That is why I preferred to use convenience, which are more operational and safe area like Bole Lami and Adama Industrial Parks. And on the third stage, I tried to use census. When I say census, simply to use or to choose all in textile manufacturing companies that are operating in those industrial parks. And at the fourth stage, I have used simple random sampling techniques to select the specific respondents. So actually, I have used Kotari formula to decide sampling design. Let me run here, and those are information that I have got to decide sampling techniques and the sample size, and you can see here. And based on that one, I tried to allocate sample size. Concerning two source of data and method of data collection, as you know, I have used two source of data, primary source of data and secondary source of data. For qualitative part, interview and observation were used, and also annual report, manual, strategic, parallel industrial park is also used. Method of data analysis, again, as I have said, I followed sequential exploratory method. For that matter, for qualitative data, I have used narration, quotation, as well as triangulation techniques to analyze the data which is collected through as a qualitative. And finally, for quantitative data, I have used frequency, percentage table, as well as multiple linear regression and structural equation model by using SPSS version 25 and AMO software to analyze, as a tool to analyze the data. Model specification, concerning the two model specification, as you know, I have used this as a descriptive analysis to explain the existing phenomena towards my title. And this is multiple linear regression for 4 variables like, titles, like objectives, effect of marketing strategy, effect of on competitive advantage, on firm performance. The same thing is true, effect of supply chain management practices on competitive advantage and the firm performance. And also, I have used structural equation model to identify or to assess the mediating role of competitive advantage in relationship between marketing strategy and the firm performance, as well as supply chain management practices and the firm performance. For the sake of understanding, the first one is to understanding the mediating effect of competitive advantage in the relationship between marketing strategy and the firm performance. For that matter, I have used this model to apply. From this one, here is indirect effect, as you can see, and I have measured this one as a direct effect, as you can see from this one. The same thing is true for supply chain management practices, and as it is visible, here is direct effect, and here is also indirect effect. And after saying this one, let me proceed to validity and reliability analysis. Actually, I have used different techniques to check the validity as well as the reliability for both qualitative and quantitative data. For the sake of example, for qualitative data, I have used triangulation techniques that was used to check the validity of qualitative data. And also for the quantitative one, I have used convergent and divergent validity test, plus for reliability, I have used Chrome Patch Alpha and the composite reliability test. Having said this, those are the rule of thumbs that, or rule of decisions that I have used to make decision whether that the data is valid or invalid, and also whether it is reliable or not. And based on this rule of thumb, I did this one. I did this one.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you minimize.
Yes.
You ask the
Yes. Is it?
you ask the doctor, is it visible to him?
Okay. Dr. Chacha, is it visible? Yes.
Continue.
Hello.
Continue.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So let me proceed. Yeah, simply to share you this one, I have conducted validity and reliability test. This one is for effect of marketing strategy on firm performance. Here is convergent validity test, and here is discriminant validity test. And for this one, here is the latent variables, standardized loading, squared loading of. I have used those formulas simply to save my time. And finally, I made a decision based on this average variance extracted. So according to the rule of thumb that I have shown you, those are the at the right zone, or those are at the required decisions, or this enable me to say there is no problem toward this convergent validity. The same thing is true as discriminant validity. Again, I have used those techniques, and finally I have made decision toward this, the existence of a problem toward this convergent and divergent reliability validity. Next to this one, again, here is the question of reliability analysis based on the period, based on the aforementioned rule of thumb. Again, I try to measure whether this is reliable or not using composite reliability test based on this formula. Again, as per the rule of thumb, again, this is under the normal range, and I can say this data is reliable based on the existing rule of thumb, And again, for effect of marketing strategy, the same scenario. I have tested convergent validity, divergent validity with the same mode, and also simply to make it short, I didn't observe any validity and reliability issue from my paper that allows me to proceed to the next step.
Yep. Continue.
Yes, sorry.
Maximize the question. No. End show. Ji.
Warku,
Yes,
Warku,
yes.
please make your PPT move.
Okay.
End show.
In the show, last time.
Because I think
Now you touch in the middle button.
Okay.
Shake it up.
This one.
now
X.
No.
Sorry.
Middle button you press. Middle button.
Sorry.
Middle button.
Share.
Share got it. Never see. Darbo. Deve. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So is it visible, doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is visible.
Thank you. So again, the same thing is to reliability and validity test. Again, I tried to test the model fitness because before proceeding to the data analysis, again, I have to know whether that model is the best fit or not. For that matter, again, I have used those one as a rule of thumb. Again, using this one as a rule of thumb, those are the model fitness test. As per the rule of thumb, here is effect of marketing strategy on the competitive advantage. So this one is under normal range. The same thing is true. The same thing is true. RMR is the same under normal range. And finally, here is CFI. Again, it is under normal range because let me remind you, as per the rule of thumb, the goodness fit, which is the model fitness, which is CMN over degree of freedom, should be less than 5. And the goodness of it, which is so-called GFI, should be greater than 0.9. And Tucker and Lewis, which is so-called TLI, should be greater than 0.9. The confirmatory fixed index, which is CFI, should be greater than 0.9. And root mean square residual, which is so-called RMR, should be again less than 0.05. And the root mean square error, which is so-called Ramsey, again, the Ramsey result should be between 0.05 up to 0.08. That is based on this rule of thumb. Based on this rule of thumb, those are the model fitness tests that I have done towards my objectives. As an example, here is the effects of marketing strategy on competitive advantage. So the model is the best fit because here is 2, and again come to RMR, again it is 0.02002, GFI again 0.9, so it is to the standard. The same thing is true for effect of marketing strategy for firm performance as per the rule of thumb. Here is the result that you can see. Again, there is no question towards that one.